Let's get browsing. In this lesson, we're going to talk about adding what's called a catalog, a collection, or a menu. Depending on the initial type of app that you chose, you'll see this particular app page listed as something different. In this case, we started with a restaurant app, so it's going to be called Build Menu. But it could also be called catalogs or collections. They all do the same thing. It's just that Como set these up so it's a little bit easier for you to figure out exactly what a collection, catalog, or menu is, depending on the initial type of app that you chose. You'll find Build Menu under Recommended and also under Monetization. So we'll come down and click Build Menu, and it's important to note that Build Menu and Add Menu in a restaurant app are two different things, and in this instance you're going to want Build Menu. So we'll click on that. Let's start by changing our page name. In this case we're going to build a menu, so instead of the page name saying Build Menu, we're going to have it called Menu. Let's start a new catalog. In this case, we'll call it Menu. We can add a description and we can add an image as well. We'll click Save. Next, you'll have categories. So for a restaurant, we could have appetizers, lunch menu, dinner menu, drinks. All of those would be different categories. The items within those categories are the individual items. So if you're talking about a lunch menu, you could have your lunch cheeseburger, a club sandwich, and a chicken sandwich. And those would all be items within that particular category. Similarly, if you're building a catalog for an online shop, your categories could include clothing, accessories, or you could break it down as pants, t-shirts, shoes, jewelry, things like that. So let's create a category called appetizers just so we can see how this works. So we'll create the appetizers catalog. We can have a subtitle here, and we can add a header image and a thumbnail. Once we have our images uploaded, we'll click Update Category. So we've created a category and we're going to add some items. Let's click on the category itself. Now you'll see a button called Add Item. And now we just fill in the item details, including an image, title, and subtitle, some details. You can add and remove categories under the category section. And then we want to tell people where they can go purchase this. So when they click on this item in your catalog, collection, or build menu page type, it'll take them to the URL on your website where they can actually go purchase this item. Next, you'll pick your currency and your price, and then you can click Add. After you've finished adding all of your items, click back to App Editor. And we'll take a look at what our menu looks like right now. Now I'm looking at my app, going to my menu, and I'm seeing that nothing's showing up here, and that's because you need to make your menu visible. So we'll click Edit Catalog, and you'll see a button here that says Invisible. Simply click that to make it visible, and then click back to App Editor. Or you can click on the Settings button and click Show, and we'll go back to our App Editor. And now when we go back to our menu, we'll see that we have our category here called appetizers, and under appetizers we have a fire roasted pizza. So when we click on that, we'll get a larger view. We'll get the description of this appetizer, and the user would simply click the Buy Now button to go to your website and make a purchase for this particular item. The category, menu, or catalog item that we're working with here is really quite helpful because for any type of business for which you can buy something online or for which you need to display products, a restaurant is a good example. You want to have your menu right within your app. It's a really nice way to display your menu or some of your products inside the app because of the way it's formatted. It's really formatted perfectly for phones and tablets. So if you have a catalog or a menu on your website and you take people out to that, it may not be properly formatted for mobile devices. But by using this app page type, you can rest assured that everything will look great in your app.